Alrighty, in this video, we're going to be discussing how sleep impacts pain, recovery, and performance. So let's dive into some information regarding this. First, 75% of people with chronic pain report problems with sleeping, and there's also a high correlation of individuals with insomnia and chronic pain. So, as we can see, there's a very strong relationship between pain and sleep. So, it's going to be super important for us that we ensure we're maintaining good sleep hygiene and sleep quality, as this is going to directly help with our pain. A lack of sleep may lead to increased levels of pain, and then it may also lead to other medical conditions, including diabetes, cancer, obesity, anxiety, and depression. So, not only is this sleep quality related to maintaining our pain levels, but it's also going to be related to other serious medical conditions. So, going to be super important that we take sleep serious and make sure that we are getting good quality sleep. So, what is the recommendation? So, right now, the general recommendation is aiming for 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. So, you may ask, how or what can I do to help improve my sleep? And this is going to be different steps that we're going to be integrating within our programs, including different things on a daily basis, but hopefully these are going to be different things that are going to be a routine. That way you are ensuring that you're getting the best sleep quality possible, as this is going to help with our pain, our recovery, and ultimately our performance. So different things you can do. So the first and foremost is consistency. So doing our best to wake up at the same time each day, and also trying to go to bed at the same time each day. This is going to help maintain those sleep cycles at the best, as it's just going to help truly build a routine. As I stated earlier, the recommendation is 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep. I know it's challenging to, as we can, spend some time laying in our bed. So I would just plan on each day to spend, that 8 to 9 hours in your bed. So, for example, if you go to bed at 10 o'clock, um, or plan to wake up at 7 o'clock, plan on being to bed at 10 o'clock the night before, or, do the math for whatever time you wake up, and essentially reverse that back to the point where you're spending that good 8 to 9 hours in your bed, just to make sure you're having enough time to get that good quality sleep. Other things we can do is limit that screen time before bed. There's tons of evidence out there that shows there's a decrease in melatonin release when you have that screen time directly before bed. So this is going to include, computer, TV, on your cell phone device, trying to put those things away at least an hour before bed each night. And then also, in addition to this, we want to make sure we're not hopping right on our phones right away into the morning, as our brain needs that time to integrate throughout our night's sleep, and we don't need influences from our phone, from social media, impacting that each day. Next, we want to make sure we're limiting the amount of naps that we take. My goal is to not have people take naps, and if you ultimately have to, trying to limit those naps to 10 15 minutes, no more than that, as this is going to influence your sleep cycles. Next, we want to try and limit that caffeine levels after lunchtime each day, so around that noon time, as this may impact some of the sleep quality you may get that night. Other things you can try is sleeping in a dark room, limiting the amount of light that you have, and then also sleeping in cooler temperatures. This is going to help increase that melatonin release. That's going to help with your sleep quality. And then finally, we also want to make sure we're limiting that alcohol intake directly before bed, and then also limiting that water intake before bed. Essentially, with this, is we just don't want to be having to wake up in the middle of the night, run to the restroom. I think it's better to drink your water earlier on in the day before you even get the day started. That way, you're maintaining those hydration levels and not having to play catch up, especially before bed. Like I said, these are all different daily habits that we're going to be integrating within our programs. So plan on working and integrating some of these things as you move along. But I think our end goal is to try and be hitting each of these. That way, we are putting ourselves at a much lower risk of developing pain while also improving our performance, improving our recovery, and ultimately helping you reach whatever goals you have in mind. Let me know if this makes sense and if you have any other questions.